Walking into a silent room and having every head turned toward you is a unique kind of social panic. It usually happens because of a sudden, sharp squeak echoing off the floorboards with your very first step. When a shoe makes that much noise, the immediate assumption is that it is poorly made or irreparably broken. But most of the time, the footwear itself is in perfect working order. This animated diagram of a standard shoe reveals the true culprits. By separating the layers, we can trace 90% of that noise to two specific physical triggers: internal moisture and material friction. When you zoom in on the microscopic gaps between the insole, the rubber sole, and your foot, you can see how movement forces these materials to rub together. If sweat gets trapped in these tight spaces, the shoe becomes an acoustic resonating chamber, turning tiny slides into loud squeaks. Isolating these physical triggers allows you to treat the noise as a predictable mechanical problem with a direct solution. Step 1 in silencing a shoe is targeting the most statistically common cause: trapped moisture hidden right beneath your foot. Start by pulling the removable insole entirely out of the shoe. Take a standard household absorbent, like baby powder, talcum powder, or cornstarch, and sprinkle an even layer directly across the exposed footbed. This powder performs a specific mechanical function. It acts as a dry lubricant that simultaneously absorbs lingering sweat and reduces the physical drag between the internal layers of the sole. If you don't have any powder on hand, you can pack the inside of the shoe with crumpled newspaper or dry tea bags and leave them overnight to pull the moisture out. Removing that trapped water eliminates the primary catalyst for acoustic friction. For the majority of noisy shoes, this single step stops the sound immediately. If the noise persists, we move to the second diagnostic path, treating the dry friction caused by stiff leather or rubber rubbing tightly against itself. You can fix this with a targeted application of household oil, such as coconut oil, olive oil, or petroleum jelly. Take a microscopic amount on a cotton swab and run it carefully along the inner seams or right under the edges of the insole. There is a strict safety boundary. Never apply any of this lubrication to the external traction surfaces on the bottom of the shoe. Coating the outer sole in oil creates a near-zero coefficient of friction with the floor. This turns your shoe into a dangerous slipping hazard and increases your risk of injury. Confining these microlubricants strictly to the interior of the shoe neutralizes the internal noise while ensuring your feet stay safely planted on the ground. The third variable in our diagnostic protocol is mechanical fit. When a shoe has too much negative space inside, your foot shifts and slides excessively with every step, creating noise. To secure the fit, you need to fill that negative space. Switching to thicker socks, lacing the shoe tighter, or adding a gel heel grip locks your foot in place and stops that internal sliding. Sometimes the shoe fits perfectly and it still squeaks, specifically when you walk across smooth environments like polished tile or hardwood floors. This diagram shows a smooth rubber sole meeting a flat floor. The rubber grips, stretches, and snaps back, radiating a sound wave. The solution is introducing microabrasions. Scoring the rubber with sandpaper creates an uneven texture, preventing the rubber from forming a noisy suction seal. Securing internal foot movement and roughing external contact points stops the slip-stick effect from generating noise. There is one outlier scenario. If your shoes are brand new and they still squeak, after you've dried the interior, oiled the internal seams, and secured the fit, you have hit a wall. In these specific cases, the noise is caused by structural failures from the manufacturing process. You are likely dealing with a ruptured internal air pocket or a broken glue shank buried deep inside the sole. At this point, DIY interventions will not work. Your most effective option is to take the shoes to a professional cobbler for an internal repair, or initiate a warranty replacement with the manufacturer. For the vast majority of non-defective shoes, however, you will never need to go that far. Instead, you can confidently step back onto that highly polished floor and walk across the room in total silence. By systematically addressing the physics of friction and moisture, you have restored your footwear and eliminated the distraction of a noisy step.